The Oneacademy is the heart of our company. Cryptocurrency is not an easy product. It's a very innovative product based on technology and based on very, very complex concepts. For us to be part of this financial revolution, to be part of cryptocurrency and of a community, we need to understand exactly what we do and what we talk about. And this is why we have the Oneacademy. The Oneacademy provides you with concepts, provides you with explanation on cryptocurrency and on the financial world. I would encourage everybody to join the courses, to do the certificates, and to understand thoroughly how to use cryptocurrency, what cryptocurrency is, and how we can change the world by using cryptocurrency. Oneacademy. Learn today, lead tomorrow.
Good morning and greetings to all. We take that from our guest view. Yes, we are part of I am and my husband and everyone, we should be part of our entire ecosystem. And I just want to remind everyone that we believe that Oneacademy is the heart of our company. You may get tired of me saying that, but I will repeat it. And it feeds every aspect, our community, our dealshaker, where we have usability, which is our new economy existing alongside our existing economy. And also we have oneforex. Today we are going to focus and introduce you to a little bit of Forex trading, a little bit of that industry, and I'll take it away by sharing my screen. This is part of our ecosystem, and we have financial packages, meaning education that we can learn in our ecosystem. It is something that is dynamic. Our founder has her position on it in that she believes that we ought to know it, because just as we trade currencies, we should understand about cryptocurrencies. So it's an exceptional Forex trading educational program designed by leading industry experts, especially for all of us. All right, so let me just get the writing here. Hold on. Right, so this is actually the position that she has on it. The Forex trading and funds transfer is one of the most anticipated topics in the financial world. Oneforex, which is what we are part of, aims to provide accurate and useful information about the processes in the financial world. It plays an important part in educating the user base of one ecosystem. It is a winning ticket for a successful trading into the cryptocurrency world. And so those are the words of our founder. And really, basically what she's saying, when she said it's a winning ticket, because we understand and we have learned the skills or understand or get the education behind Forex trading, it will actually make us winners, basically, in the cryptocurrency world. Because I believe there's a time, just as we have major currencies and major currencies may trade in different countries against each other, some of them, the US, the pounds, the Canadian, the euro, just as we have the top 5, I believe a time will be here, not too far, where we would have the top 5 cryptocurrency. And we will be trading with it against each other. So with that, let us go on. Oneforex, what it is. Forex is, in short, for foreign exchange in the asset class of currencies. It is the act of changing one country's currency in another country's currency. Usually done for tourism or commerce, okay? Participated in it simply when you go to buy foreign currency to travel. Someone is buying and someone is selling. Most times that's the bank, unless we do that with each other. Some facts about it. The Forex industry is a 5.1 trillion daily turnover. It is the biggest market in the world. As of April, if you look at that little information there, it is now, as of April 2019, it has moved from 5.1 trillion to 6.6 trillion. So it is a really huge market that one can be existing in or participating in. It is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. What you should know is that the currency market is open 24 hours, 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. What you should know again is that with cryptocurrencies, it is open 7 days a week. Doesn't close over the weekend. The currency market closes over the weekend. US is the most traded currency, and you see some listed there. So, all right. So central banks, we want to look at who are the major players. The major players in the Forex market are the central banks. So you see them at the top there. Then you have the major banks, which I will let you know of some of the major banks in a little bit. Then you have the investment or the mutual fund, the mutual funds and managers, and the hedge fund managers. Then you have the brokers, which is the ones that have all the license through the SEC to actually take money, trade money, invest money for people in larger scale. And then you have traders, which is us, which if we learn a skill, we become the bottom line in that we are actually just trading for personal gain or profit. Now, when I do this presentation for people, I like to let them know I seem to see this forms a pyramid. Yeah? And I have to say it does. Because if you really put that line of people, you would see it form, the traders, you would see it form in a very perfect way. Yet, they are the central banks are the market makers, the major players. Let's go on. Let's look at them. There are 8 major central banks today. The US Federal Reserve Bank, that's one. European Central Bank. Bank of England. Bank of Japan. Swiss National Bank. Bank of Canada. And Bank of Australia. I think, I can't see, it's blocking there. Yeah, Deutsche Bank of Australia. So, that's the 8. No, one more. Reserve Bank of New Zealand. Right? So these are the 8, and these actually are the 8 major currencies. Yes? Who controls it? Since the Forex spot market is decentralized, it is the largest banks in the world that determine the exchange rates. Based on the supply and demand for currencies, they are generally the ones that make the bid and ask spread that we all love or hate for that matter, which is really the buying and selling rates. So the bid and ask, meaning what you're going to take my US at and what I'm going to buy US at from you. These large banks, collectively known as the interbank market, take on a ridiculous amount of Forex transactions each day for both their customers and themselves. A couple of these super banks include Citi, JP Morgan, UBS, Barclays, Deutsche Bank, and HSBC. You could say that the interbank market is the foreign exchange market. Now, you would see some of the same banks that are actually involved in the play of cryptocurrencies today. Even though some of these were saying, stay away from cryptocurrencies, if you go and you do your research, because some of the cryptocurrencies they are involved in, you would look at the history and you will see that they are heavily invested. And they take our money that we put in the banks and do this. All right. So we're going into the introduction about the mindset. Again, a mindset is needed, and we always come back to mindset. It's just what you are looking to get out of any education or any opportunity or any situation that you find yourself in. You have to have certain mindset. So we're going to give you the proper mindset for oneforex, for Forex trading on the whole. 95% in this market versus 5%. You'd want to know what I am saying. What I am saying is 95% in this market will fail versus 5%. Now, people will be shocked to hear this, but in any industry, I remember being in the insurance industry, and when you look out of 100%, it was always an 80-20 rule. 80% of people think they try to be in the insurance industry. They try to do it, but they fail at it. But 20% are successful. That's why they remain in it and they make it their career. It's the same in any industry. You always have a minority because it has some that are willing to put time into developing the right mindset, the right attitude, the right determination, the right love for what they do to be in that minority. So versus 5%. In that 5%, 3% are normally earners and 2% are considered to be successful. 3% meaning that they will be winning trades on a continuous basis and they are profiting. But 2% actually become very successful. And why? These people actually have other sources of income. So I would like to say like the Bill Gates or the Warren Buffetts and so on, the very wealthy. But there are individuals who do this very well. So in that 5, you also have a 3 and a 2. But we would love to be in that time.
Also with this 95 versus 5%, what usually takes place is some of this 95% are better traders than the 5%. What more or less makes a difference is that out of that 5%, they are more significantly going with what they know, in that they basically be consistent with following the rules. And once you do that, what happens is that you get a more consistent growth in trading than with the other amounts of the 95% that sometimes may try to go out of the trading rules. So this is very significant because when you hear the odds of someone making in Forex trading, it sometimes acts as a deterrent, but it is not. Is that the 5%, literally, once you follow the rules, most of the times you make the money. And that is what we are significantly purporting, that listen, we have certain structure, we have certain rules, that once you follow it, you would make money in Forex trading. And if you notice with the advent of the coronavirus, you see that all markets are basically tumbling. We're talking about the cryptocurrency markets, as well as the commodities, the other commodities and so forth are going down. Gold, of course, is going up. But if you look at the Forex situation, you may find that it is now a good time to try and see how you can utilize whatever you have learned in that Forex market, because people still need to exchange currencies, right, every day. They still need to do that. So that is a market that basically you could still get involved in even now and make money.
Excellent. So thank you, Ivan. Now, the next part that you need to understand is that you need to be trading with risk-free money. When we sit in a class, so we have an introduction, we ask people what is risk-free money, and we ask them for their interpretation of this, or what are their thoughts on it. And risk-free money is really money that you have no emotions to. So if you're learning each skill set of Forex, we tell you not to trade with money that you need. Do not trade with your rent. Do not trade with your child's education money. Things that you need, money that you need, do not trade. You look for risk-free money in the form of entertainment, hobbies, and habits. We most times go to movies which we are entertained, and that money goes. There's no emotion. You had some good time, yeah, but there's a little joy, there's a happiness. But you feel no remorse of using the amount of money that you put towards entertainment. For some people, hobbies is like that. So like one of our coaches in the Forex arena with us, he said he likes music. So he would put out a certain amount of extra funds towards purchasing equipment and stuff. Those are hobbies. That you can use some of that where trading is concerned. And habits. Most times we have drinking habits, smoking habits, different other habits, drug habits, you name it, habits. It good or bad, good or bad. What we are saying is if you're going to start the trading market, use risk-free money, not money that you depend on. Net worth. Net worth normally has to do with assets and liabilities. In this situation, we are referring to your annual yearly income. What we are saying, if your annual yearly income is, say, in our economy, TT dollars, say it's 100,000 TT dollar, you could take it in whichever other economy. It will be difficult for you to actually handle an account for 10,000 US. The reason being is that your net worth is here. You have a mindset here. And up here, the emotions will kick in. That's from the time you are trading, and if something, say the market dip and something happens, guess what? We may have a panic attack or a heart attack or some summer attack. And what we are saying is your net worth has to be on par. So there are ways you can increase it. There are ways to work around this, but that's basically what we tell you in the Forex market. The Forex arena. I was in an introduction class last night, and I was reminded of this. The 95% of the people that fail in the Forex market make up the Forex arena. What does that mean? That means they were unsuccessful in developing the skill set, the attitude, the determination, the love for Forex. So they are not in the 5%. They were not successful. They did not become earners. What they do, though, they become creative in forming different companies, different programs, where they come to individuals like you and myself, where we join them. And we pay a monthly subscription, and we do different things in that program with the promise that we will benefit. But really what we are doing is funding the 95% that were not willing to learn the skill set. Forex market, you should be able to not pay for education on a monthly basis. Even in our ecosystem, you purchase education once. The only time you purchase again is if you want another level or if you want to learn other secrets and so on. So that's that with the Forex arena. Personality and lifestyle. This depends on each person, and that's why when we are talking, you have to know your personality. What works for me, what will make me cry, what will make me laugh is totally different to you. And vice versa, your lifestyle, meaning what you spend your money on, what you're accustomed to. You have to determine this, and trading is according to this, because you would look at timelines, you would look at which time of the night, or if it's a daytime trading, and so on, because we have different markets that we can trade. Because when we sleep, another market is open. When they are sleeping, another one, and so on and so on. So this is all dependent on you. Expectation. You need to know if you're entering the market. You need to have an expectation. That again is according to your personality and lifestyle, because I may be okay with just making 1% on a day, because that will work out to more than what I will get in a bank or in a credit union or in a hedge fund for the entire year. So to give an example, with us in the banks in the Caribbean, we get low interest rate. On $100, if you leave it for 1 year, you may get 5 US. 100 US, you will get 5. If you leave it in a credit union for that year, you may get about 27. If you do it with a hedge fund, which, mind you, to start a hedge fund, you have to have over 100,000 US. However, if you were fortunate and you had 100 in it, you would get roughly about 20%. And that would be like $169 per year. So $5 per year, 27 for the credit union, and 169 for the hedge fund. What we show you with this is that if you just trade once a day for 4 days in the month, once a week, 4 times, 5 trades, one trade 5 times a month, you can actually have 5% per month. And that gives you over 1600, so with your 100, it will be 1700 US if you work that calculation out. And the thing about it is, if you, the same monthly subscriptions that these other companies or these other Forex traders want to invite you into, you can take that same subscription funds and put it in to accumulate with your trading capabilities, and you would realize the nest egg you can build in just 1 year, depending on the amount that you've placed. So your expectation, if you come into something, some people want to get rich quick. No, that don't work. There's nothing like that. Nothing in life is guaranteed. So that is the magic of compound interest, and that is what I was explaining there. So the mindset is really important if you are going into the Forex field. Dr. Ruja, in all her wisdom, made this part of our ecosystem, and she knows why. Because as I mentioned earlier, you need to understand how to trade and how it works with the cryptocurrency that is actually becoming part and is part of our ecosystem in the world right now, not just our ecosystem. So I am at the end. I will stop there and I will
before you go on,
revisit.
Why we do this on Freedom Friday, it's because the Forex market actually gives you a certain leverage and a certain amount of freedom, in that you could go to any part of the world, more or less open your laptop and start a trade and make money. So you are not basically isolated in one particular area. You could decide where you want to go, what time you want to trade, because it's 24 hours, right? So there are different markets. So you could decide when you want to trade, you can decide where you want to trade, and you can decide how much money you want to make from it. So it gives you a true sense of freedom financially. And Dr. Ruja, in her sense, made it available to us because she's saying, if you want to understand really how money moves and how money works, you need to be invested in the Forex market. And that is why it is an important part in the entire ecosystem, right, of this whole situation that we find ourselves in. So that is why it is being introduced here at the Freedom Friday. And we would like more people to really understand the significance of Forex trading.
Yeah, as before I hand over to our host, I would like to just just add to just what he said about being able to use it at any part and open your laptop. Think about what is happening with the coronavirus. If right now we are quarantined in our country, and some other places are quarantined, but with the skill of Forex trading, they can open their laptop, as he just said, and they can do their trading. And guess what? It's digital. It can be transferred to accounts digitally, and so forth and so forth.
Right. So you can actually earn money, transfer it on an account, and pay for goods and services.
Pay for goods and services.
Right, online, totally.
So it's a win-win-win. Every part of our ecosystem is a win-win. With that being said, I want to hand over to our host, Mr. Clifton Chilipsy. I just want to say a few words on him. He is a former life insurance agent that has about 22 years in that business. So he's just like me in finance. He has that experience. He's a firm believer in Oneacademy, and so much so that he has completed level 1, 2, 3, 4, and is now actually into 5. He has been around with this Oneacademy discussion, this session, this Zoom session with us from the early start, and he continues to be a firm believer. Last week, you would have remembered him telling you he's a merchant on our platform. So it gives me great pleasure of having him as our host and as a partner in our business. Together for more, one for all and all for one. So I hand it over back to you, Mr. Clifton.
Thank you, Mrs. Michelle. Next on stage is our merchant for today, Mr. Derwin Cadiz. Mr. Derwin Cadiz, the mic is yours.
All right, so just a brief testimony of my experience being a dealshaker merchant. Back in 2018, when we had the dealshaker event in Trinidad and Tobago, I was not able to partake in the dealshaker as I gave support to a lot of my team members who were at that event. But I had a burning desire to learn and to become a part of the One Life ecosystem because I understood the value that came with cryptocurrency. And I saw an opportunity to become a merchant on the platform. And so I opened a store called Little People's Merchandising. And basically my store focuses on garments for ladies and gentlemen, utilizing the coin as part and at certain times full payment for items using the OneCoin cryptocurrency. And I'm elated to do so because I understand the value appreciation that comes with the one. And I was very appreciative to hear what Ivan and Michelle spoke about with regard to the 5% who get involved in trading. And I believe just like that 5% of individuals who really dedicate their time and energy towards learning in terms of Forex trading and crypto trading, we as dealshaker merchants will continue to strive and grow in this digital world that we're moving into, because when we look at the landscape, we see where a lot of jobs are becoming redundant and persons now have to depend on their skills, their life skills, in order to survive, to make a living for themselves. So I'm elated to be a dealshaker merchant. Once again, my store is Little People's Merchandising, and I'm proud to be a one-lifer and a dealshaker merchant. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to shine in today. Mr. Clifton, it's back over to you.
All right, so we are ending our session this day, today, Friday. And we thank all those who have attended. We thank everyone that have played a part in the putting together of our Zoom presentations. We thank our co-captain, Muriel Azama. We thank our Blue Diamond for the tech support, Patrice James, and the host, and everyone that played, all our merchants, the segments that are being sponsored. As this is a work in progress to our success, we thank you all and we wish you a blessed weekend. And see you Monday at 12, Lunch and Learn with us. Bye.
Bye, everyone.